It's gonna be awesome.
Isn't that great?
You need his eyes to like pop out, blood spilling. Yeah.
My name is John Bohr, and I am the designer of the Metallica Pinball.
He comes out with the layout, the rules of the game, created all the toys, everything that makes the game fun.
I've worked with John before. We're just, trying to have some fun and make something really great.
Are you a Metallica fan? Oh, huge.
I'm Lyman Sheets. I'm a programmer.
My name is Mike Kizavat, and I'm a programmer.
I'm John Roffermel, mechanical engineering manager.
Mike Doble, mechanical engineer.
My name is Mark Galvez. I am the dot matrix animator.
A really good team working on it.
Metallica is probably our #1 music group of our generation.
Such a great history of songs.
They're a very well-known band, been around over 20 years.
Music games I enjoy working on. You have a lot more freedom with what you do with the games. You can have a lot more fun with it.
Jukeboxes that you can play.
It's kind of cool. You can play pinball and you can listen to your favorite band at the same time.
If you've got the right music, the right tracks on the game, then it becomes timeless.
Personally, when I play pinball, I like to hear good music.
Music appeals to your emotions. If you're listening to a song you really like and it gets you pumped, it's going to get you into whatever you're doing.
I was BMX racing when I was a kid, and we used to take a boom box and go to the trails and just do some crazy shit on our bikes while we were listening to Metallica. Metallica pumps you up.
When all the people from Expo came, I put pictures of a bunch of people named James. I've got Bond, I got James Franco, James Woods.
Can you drive away? There's all these Jameses on the window.
This was the original premium backlash, and I think we're going to use this one for the Pro. Metallica really likes Donnie, and they wanted Donnie to do the artwork for the game. Donnie does some stuff for them. He's never done one of their album covers before, but he does a lot of artwork, like their guitar picks and stuff. They've got their faces on it.
The cool thing about this game's art package is Dirty Donnie's artwork. It'll make the dot matrix a lot easier. A lot of his art styles is cartoony and fantastical, and there's a lot of stuff to grasp.
Each one's going to be different. Each one's going to have its own distinct look, so you'll know right away whether you got your Pro, your Premium, or your LE.
This is just something Donnie doodled up for me. I told him I wanted a cross that Dave Lincoln sculpted, and I wanted it to look really weathered and cracked.
It's going to be a device like such. It's actuated by a motor. Motor is in the back. A couple switches, so you got a switch that trips right here. 5 LED bulb that's inside, so it's going to shine really hard when they actuate it.
It's going to be sitting behind a set of drop targets. You'll bash on the top of the cross. It'll come up out of the playfield. It's going to look awesome.
The toys, there's not one toy that is really a lot stronger than the other one. The electric chair is the biggest toy in the game, but when this guy starts writhing and the ball's sitting on the magnet, and it's a riot. This is really a fun toy.
And this is the drawing for the electric chair. This is the first mock-up of the foam. The hands and the legs are incorporated into the mold for the chair, but the torso and the arm is loose. We spring-loaded the head just to give it a little more of a shaking motion. So when you pulse this thing, it's like...
You gonna do this?
Donnie made a real nice prototype sketch of it, and we sent it over to Dave Link at Evolution Studio, and he sculpted it, and it looks spot on to the drawing that Donnie created. They picked all the music. I wasn't worried about them picking it. Everything's good, so what do they can't pick a bad song.
How many songs are there?
12.
You get Master Puppets?
Master Puppets.
It's the greatest hits album.
Pretty much. You'll be able to pick a song that you'll start to play with, but when you start working on a mechanism, the cross erupts out of the playfield, it'll start Master of Puppets, Shoot the Snake, it's going to play something from the Black Album. I got a song from the new album, Death Magnetic, called End of the Line, and I'm going to use that for the Wizard mode. In the middle of the playfield, I've got a big curved shaped insert that is going to have a bunch of lights in it. When you start fuel, it's all going to light up like you've got a full tank of gas. It's going to start working its way down, and you got to make shots to keep it from dropping down to empty. Isn't that awesome? It's the ball-eating snake. He goes chomp, 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 chomp. I think that's going to be the coolest thing in the game. It's going to be kind of a cross between these two. It's going to have a real scaly body. This is a sketch that Donnie made for it. That's the top, that's the front, and this is a side view that shows you most of the details. In its normal position, the mouth is closed, the jaw drops open, and the ball goes inside, and then it opens up and fires that ball out.
The snake is made up of 2 assemblies. Closed position is going to be like this. There is an actuator assembly, which is controlled by this coil right here. Ball's going to shoot in the mouth into this guy right here. The ball sits on top, is re-ejected by the coil.
This is the original prototype that I made of the snake. Got a little kicker coil inside that fires the ball out of its mouth, and then this coil activates its jaw.
And then This is my playfield. The electric chair is back here in the middle of the playfield. The ball comes up here and it crosses an opto, and then when the ball comes back out of here, this magnet starts to pulse and it's going to zip the ball and wing it back in your face.
This is a partial playfield so that I can check the unique parts. Obviously it doesn't have everything a playfield would have, but it does have the ramps that I designed, the waveform, the snake mechanism, the scoop that Mike designed, of course the electric chair, poor rendition of it, but for me it's good enough.
This is where the cross erupts out of the playfield, and that's going to come up about 4.5, 5 inches. This magnet energizes, it'll throw the ball back toward the flippers. It's going to be in your face all day long. I decided to take pieces from the albums. You know, we've got Ride the Lightning, we've got the snake, we've got the cross from Master of Puppets.
Kill 'Em All had a big hammer on the cover, and there was also a hammer inside the cover of the Injustice for All album. We decided to make the hammer from the Injustice for All album, and we have the 4 faces sculpted into it right here.
On the LE, there's a captive ball shot, and there's a magnet sitting out in front of the captive ball. The ball stops on the magnet. Up in the air is going to be this big hammer. The ball's going to draw below the playfield as the hammer comes down, and then when the hammer comes back up, the ball's gone, and you're going to see it through the playfield.
That is the most complicated mechanism on that game.
It's a high mass feature of the game, balancing out the springs with the solenoid and making sure it functions.
This is the hammer mechanism. The ball stops on this magnet out in front of it, and then the magnet is drawn below the playfield with a flipper coil.
It has a core that is mounted on this movable action right here, and as the ball comes on top, it is sucked in by the magnet.
This is the under trough assembly. The balls stack up behind this pin in the under trough.
The ball is going to disappear under the playfield and be dumped inside this trough. This rod here is going to stack the balls.
This is the casket insert right here. See, this is a big clear window, and you'll see the balls stack up. I've got a lot of speech from the band, you know, hammer that ball! And then after the hammer does its thing, he's like, where'd it go? And then we got James going,
that was shocking! Yeah, he's getting fried. He's cooking up now. That was f***ing awesome!
The biggest challenge for me is always make the game fun for everybody. Come up with something new and something fresh that will keep people coming back for weeks, for months, for hopefully years.
My biggest challenge would probably be translating all the cool songs into the tiny 128x32.
Just coming up with the rules and everything, figuring out how everything's going to work, where everything's going to go.
Working with the new artist, he has done a pinball machine before. He's taken a playfield and stripped it and airbrushed it and did actually make a custom game or a few custom games. But, you know, starting from scratch, that was a pretty big challenge.
Great playfield and great mechanics, great music. It should be a good game to put in production.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm hoping it's going to be my crowning achievement.
Jackpot!
Favorite song? Probably.
Wow, that's a tough one.
I like the song Sad But True.
I love Sad But True.
I like Unforgiven.
I love End of the Line.
Freaking Death is pretty cool. I like that song.
Seek and Destroy from the first album.
It'd be fun.
I think maybe Enter Sandman. I can karaoke.
Welcome Home, Sanitarium.
I have probably about 15 or 20 favorite Metallica songs.